So, Lindsie, what was your overall experience working with me as your health coach?
My overall experience was extremely positive. I really enjoyed it, and I look forward to doing it in the future as well. I felt like I gained a new understanding and a new perspective on a lot of overall wellness.
All right, thank you for that. Who would you recommend my coaching program to if you were to be recommending to somebody?
I really believe that anybody could benefit, but for me personally, as a mom, I think that parents could benefit a lot from these coaching sessions. I feel like it's really helped me find overall balance in my life between being a mom and a wife, and also being a working mom. I've tried to find a lot of different ways that I could incorporate new information into my life for myself as well as my family. So I think that moms or parents could really benefit from this. I think that anybody could really benefit from this. But people like me, moms and parents especially, I would recommend it just because it's a lot of work for us to find balance.
Yes, thank you. So, what was going on in your life before we started our coaching, and how has the coaching impacted your life now on the other side?
I was in a really confusing point in my life before I reached out to you. I was not happy with the way I felt or the way I looked. I had just recently gotten back from vacation and I was very upset with a lot of the pictures that I took. I really didn't want anybody to see any pictures of me because I just felt so embarrassed about the way that I looked in every picture. But I also could tell that I was unhappy at that point. That was kind of the aha moment for me that I was not in my best I was not being my best self at that time, and I didn't want that to be projected onto my daughter, my 3-year-old daughter, because I want her to see her mom in a positive light. So um that was kind of the beginning. It was last summer. I just got back from vacation and I was coming home and I'm thinking, okay, I need to do something different. I need to start incorporating some new things because my way is not working. I need to do something else and reach out to somebody who can assist me. I was doing what I thought was right, all the right steps, but in reality, I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just trying to follow things that were fads or ideas that my friends had told me or family members, you should do this, you shouldn't do that. But really, instead of seeing all the positive things I could do, I was looking at all the negative. So I have really come a long way in that sense. And I felt like in 1 year's time that I have really transformed myself mentally for the most part and also physically in some sense. But I've come from a dark place into a more optimistic point in my life.
All right, nice. So, why don't you tell me something that maybe was a little unexpected as far as an outcome of the coaching and how it leaked over into other areas of your life?
um, some things that were unexpected of my experience and my outcomes. Like I said, were trying new things. I never thought that I would be doing so much with my daughter. I had a COVID baby. So a lot of the first few years of her life, there was a lot of fear and a lot of staying at home and not doing a whole lot. And in that time, I really became a lot more anxious and afraid to do things. And in the last year, I would say within the last 6 months, I've been doing a lot more with her. We've been doing things like gardening. I've never gardened in my whole life, planting things, taking walks every day, being in the sunshine every day that we can. And sometimes it's up to 4 hours in a day. It's those are things I never did, in most of my life. I never spent a lot of time in the sun because I've always been told all the negative effects, none of the positive things. But I'm finding a lot of positive things and spending so much time together with her and bonding and spending time in the sun, spending time in the soil, watering our plants and seeing them grow and all these little sprouts that are, all this new life. These are just little things that I'm incorporating every day. Every day I make time for that. I make time for myself. I get the appropriate amount of sleep. I'm hydrating myself. I'm not putting chemicals in my body that I was unaware of. And every day I'm learning something new. Um, Things that I had no idea because we don't hear a lot of things mainstream that are good for us or not good for us. Even vitamins, taking certain vitamins every day that I had no idea could benefit me in certain ways because I had never heard of them, or the stigma of you shouldn't try something that's natural because it could um, have negative effects on your body. You have no idea. So all these things I'm learning over time, and very surprising to me because that's not what I was taught or how I was brought up at all. I've had to do a lot of this learning on my own, and the more I've learned, the deeper that I have dug into these areas and into my research, the more uh, the more interested I am to continue that. So it's been very surprising the things that I've been trying and doing. And I know I told you this before, but one of the things that was so amazing about this process is I started to see, like I said, things I was putting in my body, are they harmful or are they helpful? And I was able to reduce some of my fatty liver symptoms, reduce and reverse my liver problems, which is almost unheard of by not even taking a lab made medication. I was able to do it naturally. And that was kind of my biggest accomplishment so far, is doing 100% opposite of what my doctor thought I could do. And I did it all on my own. He didn't need to help me at all. I could do it. So that was the biggest benefit that I've gotten so far.
All right, nice. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about what it was like to have that coach, me, to be able to report to every week to kind of tell about the progress, and how did that impact how you implemented your new lifestyle changes into your day?
The idea that I'm going to be checking in with you and letting you know how things are going, that really has stuck with me. Even if I'm not talking to you every week, I put it in my mind as in, is this something that I'm introducing that is, you know, part of my program? Is this something that is a positive, could be a positive for me? And by keeping me accountable, it really has kept me on the right path, even if it's something small. And if I did a good job, you were able to applaud me on that. And if I struggled a little bit, you still encouraged me to continue. Because a lot of these changes that I've made and that I've seen are for the long road. They're not just for right now, and they're not quick fixes. They're for my lifetime, and they're for my family's lifetime. They're not just to see benefits in a week or in 2 weeks. They're going to be over my whole lifetime, which is why this process of almost a year now for me has been so beneficial, because these small changes have led to lifestyle changes that will continue for months and years.
Nice. Yeah. So, how has this coaching affected your immediate family? Just, in kind of a little bit of an also unexpected way, but how has it really impacted you, your husband, and your daughter?
It has really affected my family in a positive way. Not only my immediate family, but even my extended family. I've actually been able to connect with some of my family members who are also on the same wellness journey as I am. And we've actually been, communicating and giving each other support, as well as some tips and some tricks, trying some things. Some of them, they make uh, kombucha, or they might make elderberry syrup, and we're kind of going back and forth, and it's become really fun actually to check in with them and talk about these things. But in my immediate family, I started removing things from our pantry and our refrigerator that are extremely harmful to our bodies that I had no idea about. Things like dyes, synthetic chemicals, synthetic flavors, things that are, have a shelf life of a very long time. I was never thinking of those things so far in parenting. And only recently have I been realizing that I am contributing, and I really am the overall mediator of what my daughter puts in her body, as well as my husband, because he's a working father and my daughter is 3. They rely on me to make a lot of these choices for them. They're only going to eat what's in my house. They're not going to go out of their way to get something. So a lot of that responsibility falls on me. And for, the first 3 years of my daughter's life, I haven't really put a lot of thought into it. I would just kind of buy things that I thought that she would like or that she did like. And now I'm realizing, wow, I am in control of that. So not only my own body, but in my household, in my immediate family, I have a lot of say, and I can dictate for them. This is no longer acceptable in my house because it does not serve us anymore. These things are harmful to us and have lasting negative effects. I would have never thought about those things. I just kind of went to the store and bought whatever looked good. I never read labels. I never thought about where something was manufactured. I never thought about what company something came from. And now I do. Now I put limits on what we bring into our home. And I'm seeing a lot of positive um, effects of this on my daughter because she's been saying things like, Mom, is it time for a healthy food now? Or this is healthy and this is not healthy. And I have to explain to her, yes, you're right. That is a healthy choice and that gives us energy and that makes us strong. So not only is this affecting me personally, inside and out, it's affecting my daughter and my husband. Our little family of three are like stronger now because he is now following suit, and he's been able to take little to no pain medications in the last few months because we've been using natural remedies, and he has been benefiting so much from it.
Awesome. So, why don't you tell me three of your biggest takeaways that you got out of the program that really kind of helped you move to the next level with your health?
I would say the first one is to be open and honest because your journey, you're never going to succeed on your journey by lying to yourself or lying to others. So, one of the things that's really hard for me is thinking about what I eat in a day and also looking at my weight. Those are two things that are really hard for me. I never really talk about with people. But when I started writing down the things that I ate and weighing myself, not every day, but just to check in and see how I'm doing, that was just me being honest with myself. And I can openly say, if somebody asks me, yeah, I did eat something that I shouldn't have eaten, but I'm going to make a better choice for the rest of the day. By being open and honest with myself and to others, I can succeed a lot more easily than keeping things secret or lying to myself, trying to, cover things up that I'm ashamed of. So I would say that honesty and being truthful to myself would be the first thing I took away. The second thing I took away is it's okay to be afraid of something, but you can still try it because being afraid of something doesn't indicate how the results are going to be. It just means that you're unfamiliar with what the outcome might be. And so you have to really put down your guard and try something new. And it might just be, for me, I remember, I think my first homework lesson from you was have 2 days where you exercise this week. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing 2 days of exercise. But what's 2 days of exercise? It doesn't mean I have to go to the gym for 4 hours. So I had to think of creative ways. What are ways that I could exercise 2 days this week? What can I take my daughter to do where she can also get the exercise? So trying something new and not being afraid to try something new. It's okay to be afraid, but you can't stop yourself from starting something that was recommended to you, because if you don't try it, you don't know if it's going to work or if you're going to like it. So I would say that putting away that fear and just kind of jumping in and trying something is one thing I took away. And then also I would say the third thing is just for my self-confidence, to really applaud myself on things that I have succeeded in, because I don't do that very often. I don't like when people um tell me if I did something. I don't like when somebody tells me I did something wrong, but I also don't like when somebody tells me I did something right because I feel embarrassed. But when I started realizing, and I would write down, did I meet all these um, goals for myself today? And I started seeing it. I really started to feel proud of myself and applauded myself because even though maybe I did make a mistake, I did 10 things really well today, and I should be proud of those 10 things. And now those 10 things are easier for me today than they were a few months ago because they're just part of my lifestyle now. So just by congratulating myself and being proud of myself and then openly telling people about the steps I've been taking, that really is something that I didn't used to do because I was kind of embarrassed how people might um, take what I say and how they might judge me. But I really don't have any fear in that anymore because I know I'm making these changes and I'm proud of myself, whether or not other people are proud of me. And that's not really what's important. If other people are proud of me, am I proud of myself and am I succeeding in uh, in my own personal life? Do I feel that I'm doing the work and getting what I see and getting results that I want to see out of it? So, yeah, I would definitely say the first one would be being truthful and honest. The second one would be don't be afraid of trying new things. And the third one would be congratulate yourself on all of your successes.
All right, that was so great. Thank you so much, Lindsie, for everything, and I hope to hear from everyone here soon.